it's been forever, ever. I'm Chris with a K. Welcome to the best sports highlights. Yes, it's been a while since I've been on here, but I'm back like a boomerang, y'all. All right. So today I'm gonna be talking about the NFL. I know most of my videos have been about basketball because I kind of enjoy a little bit basketball more than football because there's more games, more you can take from it. And whatnot. Two completely different sports, but both awesome sports. But today we're gonna talk about who's the best team in the NFL. As you guys have not already known, if you're watching this video right now as it is dropping, or if you're watching this in the future, just know that it's week 17 of the 2019 NFL season, right? So we have two divisions, two conferences. Actually, we have the AFC and we have the NFC. So in the AFC, the best team in the AFC is the Ravens. Obviously have the best record in football. No one can question that. Thanks to Mr. Jackson 5 himself, Mr. Lamar Jackson. The man, the right there, who has probably, I don't know if there's a most improved player award in the NFL, but if there is, Action Jackson or Jackson 5, whatever his name is, you want to give him a nickname, he deserves it. But anyways, clearly, front runner for MVP this year. But Ravens are one of the top teams. You have Chiefs. You can't count that boy, my homeboys, right? They're sitting, I think, at 11-4, 11-3, or something like that. But they have a double-digit winning record this season. Then you have the Patriots. Never count them out, But it's looking like this year might be the last year, just because of the emergence of Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes. And then who else is in the AFC? Nobody really else in the AFC that's threatening. Those are the top three teams in the AFC to me. Texans won their division, so they're like technically the fourth best team. But then the NFC, which looks much more stronger than the AFC this season, outside the Ravens and the Chiefs. So let's see. We have in the NFC, we have the Green Bay Packers, my team. Mr. Aaron Rodgers, that bad man himself. That is my team. So that's option number one. Let's see. Then we have the New Orleans Saints. I can't even think of teams right now. I'm trying to drive and park. Not a great combo, right? So we have the New Orleans Saints. Then we have the San Francisco 49ers and then the Seahawks. So in the NFC, you have four legitimate Super Bowl contenders, while in the AFC you have three. But then in the AFC as well, you also have, I think the AFC has probably the top two to the top three quarterbacks in the league, right now. But in the NFC, it's going to look like a little bit more closer. I think in the AFC, it's going to be the Chiefs or the Ravens that's going to go to the Super Bowl. So in the AFC, I got it cut down to those two teams, the Chiefs and the Ravens. But the NFC, this answer is going to be biased because I'm a Packers fan, but I have good reasons to say such things. The Packers right now are 12-3, and Aaron Rodgers only had one great game this season. That was that perfect quarterback passing rating, a perfect game he had earlier this season, right? Most of the season people have been asking, oh my gosh, where has this guy been? He hasn't been doing anything. What has Aaron Rodgers been doing with himself? Well, I think just because of the fact that if you know what type of situation you're in, he doesn't really have to play hero ball, because guess what? If you have a defense and a running game in the NFL, all you have to do is be a game manager and you can go far. And look, that's what they legitimately have. Look at the Patriots. That's what they had last year. Tom Brady didn't have a phenomenal season. He really didn't. Tom Brady really only shows up in the clutch moments, but he's not a person known for putting up big numbers. He's just been known for coming clutch in clutch moments and not cracking under pressure in the pocket. He's cool and calm, collected in the pocket. But you look at the Green Bay. I think their defense is more formidable for the fact that I like their pass rush better. You have the Smithsonian, museum, which I call Preston Smith and Zadarius Smith. Those two guys were the best pickups this year on the defense for the Packers. Two absolute studs. And then you have one of the defensive tackles. He's emerging, man. So they're starting to get some pressure in the middle, so that they're going to be a formidable person to face in the playoffs. Then you actually have, Aaron Jones, the other Aaron on the offense. Man, this guy, people counted him out, but last game, this man rushed for over 150 yards. He's leading the NFL in rushing yards right now. I think he probably has about 900 rushing yards. He didn't get voted to go to Pro Bowl, which is stupid, but who cares? Then you have that bad minimum stuff. I think Aaron Rodgers will wake up because of the fact, new coach, and you're still trying to figure out everything that's going on. They lost Randall Cobb, which I hate, but he was so injury prone, this man. But he's a stud when he plays, but he's just injury prone. And then I thought Jimmy Graham would step up, but he has not lived up to the name he had when he was playing back in New Orleans, right? But Aaron Rodgers, he's just been having some so-so games here and there. So I'm hoping that he wakes up in the playoffs. If he turns that Batman in the playoffs, they are going to the Super Bowl, worst case scenario. Then you have the Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson. They've just been doing phenomenal things. And they just signed back, Mr. Beast Mode himself, Marshawn Lynch. If you guys didn't see, this guy, his first day back to practice, this guy showed up in an SUV. The SUV rolled up, right? And then when the SUV rolled up, guess what happened? Opens the door, Skittles coming out the whole SUV. It's like a rainbow came out the whole SUV. It was a whole bunch of Skittles. Like, first of all, the question that popped in my head is like, who's gonna clean that up? Not me, right? So Marshawn Lynch, beast mode, people say he's not what he used to be, but I think he'll definitely be coaching. He just he's a competitor. I think definitely NFC, they have a big shot to go. Then you have the Saints, you can't count them out. They got snubbed basically from going to the Super Bowl by that stupid call by the referee that didn't call it, the missed call, not stupid call, the missed call, right? The Rams, I think, shouldn't have really went to the Super Bowl because they just had a good system that was working that year because it was brand new and fresh, and it took this league by surprise. So like every year a team comes out and they come from nowhere and they start winning. A lot of times I'm saying wait to see if they repeat that the second year. If they repeat that the second year, that means they're really that good. But if they don't, it's just because they come up with a new scheme and stuff like that that the league hasn't caught up on and had film to study yet. But given the off season, next season, if the team doesn't perform like they did, then we know that there really wasn't as good as we thought they were to be. So they fell off, which I'm not surprised. Todd Gurley hasn't been himself. Jerry Goff, he's an okay quarterback, not good, not great. He's an okay quarterback, in my opinion. All right, if you disagree, that's what the comments below are for. But anyways, so we got the Packers, the Seahawks. Then next we have the, oh my gosh, can't believe I'm forgetting the 49ers. So Jimmy G, this team is balling this year. They have an amazing defense and they're running. So guess what? They have a defense and they can run the ball, which can make your team look better than it really is. If your quarterback's not that great. So the jury is still out on Jimmy G. I think he's going to just turn out maybe a okay quarterback, maybe good at most, but I don't think he's great, just given the fact that he has weapons. He has Kittle, who's arguably the second or first best tight end in the game. And then you have Emmanuel Sanders, which was an amazing pickup from the Denver Broncos right there. And then you have a good running game. So I don't know. About them. The 49ers, they could be a hit or miss because they're starting to slow down. Their momentum has started to slow down as the season is ending. So I hit the Saints. And then you have the Saints, which I talked about already. You can't count them out. So, yeah. So all those four teams, literally, who's the front runner of those four teams? I literally think it's all a draw right now with those four teams. Anybody can come out there. I'm going to just say Packers because they're my team. So it's a biased answer. Yes. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. It's my channel. My opinion, right? Opinions are free, right? So out of NFC, I want the Packers to come out. If the Packers don't come out of NFC, I want not the Packers, because the other teams, it's not like the last team I want to come out of NFC is the 49ers, because I think they probably go back next year if Jimmy G gets his act together. But outside of them, I would want the Saints, just because I felt like they would have won the Super Bowl last year. So the Packers, then the Saints, and then the AFC. I don't know. I think I really like Mahomes, but Action Jackson, what he's been doing this year, I want him to go to the Super Bowl. So I wanted it to be Aaron Rodgers versus Lamar Jackson, or Aaron Rodgers versus Patrick Mahomes or Drew Brees. You know, one of those scenarios, because it's just the battle of the quarterbacks. So out of those 4 teams, the top 2 teams, I think they're going to go out of each conference. I'm honestly right now going to say without a doubt, you know, Aaron Rodgers hasn't been playing like himself, so I love him, but until he shows that, I'm going to take him out first. And then the Saints are nothing to mess with, so I kind of leave them there. Then the Chiefs, I don't know. The Chiefs, their defense is starting to pick up. We got Patrick Mahomes in the playoff, and he has the best receiving core anybody can ask for, I think, honestly, in the league. But there's something about having the number 1 rushing attack and a good defense in the league, and that rushing came most importantly in part due to your quarterback, who's he's throwing accurately too. He's not just rushing the ball well, but he's throwing it and he's doing touchdowns. So I'm gonna say not only because they have the best record in the league, but because their momentum, oh my gosh, they can easily put 40 points up every night. Easy, because they can run the ball. They have the best chance of always having a great running game, is the Ravens. So I think they're going to win the NFL, the Super Bowl, and I think they're the best team in the NFL right now. I'm just so proud of what they're doing. And Lamar Jackson, you can't doubt it. And Jim Harbaugh, I think that's the coach of him. Amazing job. Amazing how you switch the offense to perfectly tailor and fit him. So yeah, that's who I'm going with, the Ravens. All right. If you disagree, let me know. Let me know your thoughts on it. That's what the comments are below for here. And definitely do me a big favor. Please subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell notification as I drop more videos. Definitely, I promise you guys, I will start uploading videos more frequently every day. Dropping videos is my goals, and stuff like that, of me talking and stuff like that. So that is what I think, and I strongly hope that happens. But anyways, yes, thank you for tuning into the best sports highlights. I'm Chris with a K. Don't forget to hit the like this video, subscribe, hit the bell notification. You're awesome. Please leave a comment below, and I appreciate it so much. Peace.